So we're about, not game week yet, but about 11 days away or whatever the number is. Start our preparation now, start getting ready, and we know we got to focus in these next 4 days, and then again, obviously, all of next week.
Did practice feel different today at all?
I think there was a good energy on the field. You got out of the camp mode. They're coming off of a day off. We were able to finish camp on Sunday night, had a little bit of a conclusion evening, dinner, the whole deal. And then today was the start of what I would hope is the season. And the team of 22 is ready to roll and excited.
Looks like you found a number one.
We did. Yeah, number one on special teams. We made a decision that Anthony Simpson's done an incredible job on special teams. And he's committed to being a four-core guy. We had Matthew Slater talk to our team about the importance of special teams. 9-time Pro Bowler, somebody that's been a captain over in New England. I think he's now going on our 10th or 11th year as a captain. Addressed our team on the importance of that impact. But you look at what Simp's done. Simp won the offseason program, finished number one in every category in the offseason, then came out, took anytime we had a receiver down, he took it. He took the F rep, the Z rep, the X rep, and did a great job at it, gave unbelievable effort. He's without a question the first guy at any position at wide receiver. And then in addition, he's going to be a huge special teams player, so we thought he was the right guy for it this year.
So there's a lot of things we don't know, obviously, as media members and not non-experts of football. Obviously, offensive line play is probably at the very top of that list. What is your assessment so far of the offensive line?
Well, I could see great improvement at all the spots. I think it's a process of getting better. It feels to me that the communication has certainly improved. The biggest thing with offensive line is they've got to be able to echo calls all the way down. So one guy makes a call, the guard has to tell the tackle, the center has to tell the guard. So the communication and the ability for them to talk, they feel a lot more comfortable this year, which I think leads to less mental mistakes and an ability to really be more fundamentally sound because you could focus in on just the physical side of it. They've gotten stronger. We have more depth at the positions this year. You could see different guys rotating in at different positions. Obviously, Jordan Morgan's healthy this year, where last year he was not for the first 4 weeks of the season. Having Big Jonah arrive gave us a nice little boost as well. Josh Donovan's had a much better camp. Josh Baker, now that he's back being healthy with JT Hand having those extra reps, has now added depth there. And then Old Reliable at right tackle. I mean, Peyton Fears has started every game since we've been here, I believe, and has gotten his body weight down and is continuing to play at a good net level.
How many guys do you feel comfortable with at this point? 7, 8?
Yeah, I think if everything is good, we're just continue to build off of what we've been trying to get done, which is add 7, 8 guys into the rotation. Maybe even 9, depending on how guys are doing right now. Joe Borjan has been a nice add for us as well, watching him improve throughout camp. So, the key to that position is if you're 5D, if you're just got 5, you got a problem because, they're in the trenches all day long. So to be able to have a few more bodies that are serviceable and actually playing at a great level is going to help us. And then their ability to be with Brendan Carroll for another year, you could see that they've all improved based on their time with Brennan.
So you've been around a lot of NFL offensive linemen. What makes a good center?
Intelligence. Intelligence is the number one, in my opinion. Ability to be able to communicate. So they have to be able to see the defense, communicate the defense. They're truly the quarterback of those 5, and they're really a lot of times what makes it go. The other, they have to be twitchy with strong hands because they're not just snapping the ball, but they're immediately trying to get their hands on what potentially is a nose tackle right over them. And then finally, I would say they have to be durable. There's a comfort level between a quarterback and a center that they like to, get the snap from the same guy every play. If you look at some of the best center quarterback combinations, they've been together for a long time.
As a coach, how nice is it to know who your quarterback is at this point of the season compared to last year?
Yeah, I mean, we're obviously in a much different position than we were a year ago. Really kind of have a good feel for who our 11 are. And then, that the game starts and stops at the quarterback position in so many different facets. And the idea that we feel very comfortable with Jaden. Jaden, I think, started 10 games in the Pac-12 last year. And, so now not only do you have someone you're comfortable with as a coach, but somebody that knows the competition and has a good feel for what he's going to play, regardless of whether or not the players are a little different.
When it came time to start rebuilding the roster in, I guess, January, let's say, of 2021, you've assembled your staff at this point. What was the mandate that you put out to the coaches, front office personnel, et cetera, about how to go about that project?
Yeah, well, we weren't able, as you guys know, all the scholarships were done from the signing class, because most of them were signed in December. So moving forward into what we were looking for in the 22 class and beyond, we felt like, number one, find winning programs. Go find winners. Go find winners. Go find guys that have celebrated a lot of victories in locker room post game. So they know what it feels like to work to get to that point. We felt like speed was a huge part of how you improve as a football team. We felt like size was critical to our success. So we said, hey, we're going to go try to grab as many freshmen as we possibly can, first and foremost, and sign guys that have come from those type programs like we talked about the other day. The next part of it came from, if we are going to be able to enter into the portal, can we get guys that have played and played well? Right? We just don't want guys that have played or are looking for a new home, or guys that didn't win their job so they went elsewhere. If we were going to go into the portal for this season, we were going to do our best to find guys that were going to come in and play. Not everybody's going to do that, obviously. But so we're excited about the guys that have come in. I mean, we brought in, 53 new players total. So we're going to try to build off of this group. We're going to try to lay the foundation this year with this group, and then know that next year's class is going to have to be as good in order for us to continue.